guess what this is? When someone gives you a present, they usually wrap it up in a box using fun wrapping paper, or they put it in a gift bag. But have you ever had someone drop a gift to you from an airplane? Probably not. But that's what Nate Saint, the jungle pilot, was planning to do. Do you remember why? That's right. Nate wanted to give gifts to the Waodani so they would know that the missionaries didn't want to hurt them. They wanted to be their friends. Remember, the Waodani lived in the rainforest of Ecuador, a country in South America. The missionaries also wanted to say nice things to the Waodani in their own language. That was why Daima was teaching Nate's sister Rachel how to speak the Waodani language. They wanted the Waodani to know that God's love brings hope. Missionaries love to tell people that, so Nate and the other missionaries hoped to be friends with the Waodani, and Nate prepared to use his plane to drop the gifts to them. He had invented a way to fly in circles while lowering a bucket from the plane until someone on the ground could grab the bucket and take what was in it. But what if one of the Waodani grabbed the bucket and wouldn't let go? Nate decided to make a switch that could release the bucket and free the plane, just in case that happened. While Nate was working on this, his friend Jim went to see Daima and learned how to say nice things like, "I want to be your friend," and "I like you," in the Waodani language. They hoped the Waodani would not be afraid of them and let them come and tell them about God. Daima didn't know why Nate wanted to learn the Waodani words, but she warned the missionaries not to trust the Waodani. "They will seem friendly," she said, "but then they will kill you." The missionaries knew it was dangerous to visit the Waodani, but they were willing to risk their lives to tell them about Jesus. Finally, the day came when Nate was ready to fly to the Waodani village. The Waodani heard the plane coming and ran to hide. Nate couldn't see them, but he knew they were there. They dropped gifts from the plane and shouted the nice words they had learned from Daima. But the Waodani stayed hidden in the jungle. But knowing that God's love brings hope, week after week, the missionaries went back to the Waodani village and dropped gifts. Eventually, the Waodani began to come out of hiding to grab the gifts. They even sent a beautiful parrot back up in the bucket as a gift for the missionaries. The Waodani were being friendly. Another time, when they dropped the gifts, one of the Waodani began shouting at them and waving his arms like he wanted them to come down. They were thrilled! They continued to drop gifts every week while they prayed about what to do next. Nate can use the plane to fly us to a beach on the river several miles from the Waodani village, they decided. We can camp on the beach and shout the words Daima taught us into the jungle. Maybe some of the Waodani will come visit us on the beach. The missionaries' wives were the only other people who knew about their plans. Each of their wives had been praying for the Waodani too. They knew their husbands might be killed, but they were willing to trust God even though they knew it was dangerous. The men began to pack everything they would need. They would need food and water and a camera. Phew! Finally, they were all packed. They said goodbye to their wives and children and waited for their turn to get in Nate's plane and fly to their camp on the beach. The mission was really starting. But I'm a little afraid for the missionaries. Do you think they'll be able to safely land on the beach? Do you think the Waodani will be their friends? You'll have to come back next time to find out.